Hello peoples, my name is Michael the Comic Nerd. Now some of you may have stumbled upon my channel might know me from my other YouTube channel, which does mostly movie reviews. So you might be asking the question of why am I doing another YouTube channel with different videos if I already have one? Well, since like I said before, I only do movie reviews on that particular channel, and I've recently started watching a show starring Zay Frank, and if you don't know what that is, you should go look it up because it's a great little thing, and I've been watching this, and it's given me a great deal of hope recently, which is something I've desperately needed over the past few months. And I was inspired by the way he could just talk so openly and so clearly and so eloquently about pain and the issues experiences he's gone through, and trying to help other people through his experiences. And it inspired me to talk about my own. Now, as many of you can observe, I am still pretty young, so my knowledge of life is questionable, to say the best. But, to say the least is what I meant to say. But, I've been through quite a bit, and I acknowledge the fact that I'm still young. And yes, I have learned quite a bit in my time, but I'm still learning. There's still so much I have to experience, but mostly I just want to try talking openly. I want to try teaching myself to be more vulnerable, because lately I've been feeling pretty vulnerable lately, and I just want an outlet, speaking of. So mostly, I just want to talk. I just want to talk, and I want to see where that goes. And if it helps someone out there, then great. If not, if you think I'm full of bullshit, that's fine too. It's entirely equal claim. So, on that note, I'm going to try to avoid jump cuts as much as possible, but I have a lot to say, and I don't think I can do it all in one take, so it's kind of inevitable. So, yeah. Making a new channel also decreases the chance that someone actually know end up finding this and watching this and talking to me about it later, which is one I really want to avoid, mostly because I'm afraid of what they would say, which kind of leads me to the first topic I want to discuss, which is social masks. Why do we wear them, and should we wear them? Social masks isn't exactly a new concept. It's been around for many, many years, and for those who are unaware of it, social masks is basically a term you use when you create a persona that you wear in public in order to hide something that's inside of you that you don't want to show to other people. The reason people wear these masks seems to vary from person to person, but I find the main reason a lot of people do it is, or at least I can speak for myself on this matter, is fear and shame. Wearing a mask is essentially a way of saying that there's something inside you that's worth hiding, that you're afraid to show to people, or you're too proud to show to people. Maybe it's a secret shame or an insecurity, underlying doubt. Either way, something that makes you feel weak or different or strange or weird, that you just feel that if people saw that part of you, they would reject you or treat you like an outcast or a freak. And unfortunately, in some cases, this might actually be true. Which begs the question is, should you wear a social mask? Should you hide parts of yourself? And I know the popular answer is no, you should never hide yourself. You should always be yourself every chance you get, and no matter what. And that's, truth be told, it's not really sound advice, considering that each of us has little parts of us. Just little parts, some bigger than others, of darkness that just some really messed up things inside of us that maybe we shouldn't show in public. Maybe people shouldn't see necessarily. That being said, that doesn't mean the mask you wear has to be a complete lie. It can still represent a large part of who you are, and you can use that mask to weed out people that would reject you should you reveal the whole truth, except for the people who won't reject you, the true friends, the ones that will stick with you through the end. And granted, those people are still really hard to find, and truth be told, I still struggle with that. I still struggle trying to find people that I feel will maybe not understand me, but accept me. And I think that's one of the most universal struggles we find, is acceptance. But what if you're like a teenager or a young adult who doesn't really know who they are yet, or still trying to figure the stuff out, trying to figure out what they want to be? Well, in that case, really the best advice I can really give is, if you don't know who you are, but you know who you want to be, or decide who you want to be, make that your mask. Make your mask the person you want to be. Make it who you want to become at some point in the future. And progressively, by wearing that mask, you will slowly start becoming that person. There's a great quote in V for Vendetta, which I know is kind of weird to quote that kind of movie in this, but it says, what was the line? Yes, it was something along the lines of, you wear the mask for so long that you forget who you were beneath it. And if you make that, and that's true to an extent, and if you make that mask someone you want to be, you'll eventually just overall become a better person. closer to who you see yourself being 10 years from now or 5 years from now. But that all starts with how you choose to present yourself. Wearing a mask doesn't have to be a bad thing. It just has to be the right mask. I mean, I'm wearing a mask right now. This is my mask. Great. But I'm trying to change the mask. I'm trying to sculpt it into something that is more who I want to be. I'm trying to make it more open, more vulnerable, because that's who I want to be. That's who I want to become. So I'm trying to change my mask until it's more to the idea of myself that I want to be. But even then, it wasn't always that way. It took a lot of work. I struggled for identity for years, and I still struggle with it. And I've only very recently started putting on a mask that I can actually be proud of, that I can walk down the street with my head held high with confidence I never had before. And that took years and years of long and heartbreaking experiences to get to that point. But I'm starting to come on the other side. I feel hopeful for the first time in a long time. And that just came through a lot of time trying to figure out what I wanted to be and trying to push myself in that direction. Again, that being said, there's still a lot of parts of me that I'm not really happy with, that I'm not really proud of, and there's still stuff I really need to work on. And you have to accept that even though you wear these masks, there's still going to be those weaknesses inside of you that you're just going to have to find a way to deal with, or to fight off, or to improve on. But either way, those weaknesses are always going to be there, and you just need to learn how to deal with them, or just accept them and stop beating yourself up over it. So there's a lot of stuff I still don't tell anybody. There's stuff I just don't talk about with anybody because I don't trust anyone enough. And I'm learning to overcome that. That is still something I struggle with on a daily basis, but I'm genuinely trying to improve that. I'm trying, this is what this is for. This is what this experiment is about. This is a social experiment trying to get myself to be more open and honest and talking about these things that I would never feel comfortable talking about before, even if it's not with people I know, even if just complete strangers, because again, maybe I'm completely full of shit, maybe I'm not, maybe through stuff that I've thought about, stuff that I've experienced, maybe just if I can help somebody else going through similar issue, and if I can, that's fantastic. If not, well, I want to help. So I hope I can in any way. I'm phrasing this wrong. My point is that even though I'm still young and I'm still learning a lot of things about life in general, I hope that what I've learned so far can help someone else, maybe younger than me, that have gone through similar issues, that are going through these kind of issues now, that are struggling with identity, that struggle trying to find their place in the world, or what they want to be, or what their purpose is, or something like that. And if I can help one of those people, then I'd say I've done some good in this world. But if not, I'm still kind of helping myself work through my own issues and trying to figure out what works for me. So it sounds selfish in principle, but I think a lot of stuff we do is self-serving in a lot of ways. So take that as you will. But anyway, back to masks. I think Shakespeare pretty much hit the nail on the head with the play As You Like It, where he had a monologue that basically starts off with all the world's a stage and all the men and women are merely players. And I do believe that's essentially the case. We're all acting. We're all pretending to be someone we're not, or at least not all of us at once, if that makes any sense. But we're all just pretending to be who or what we want to be until we can figure out exactly who we are to begin with, or trying to find someone who will accept us for who we are. And if you're struggling with that right now, I want you to just wear the mask you want to wear. Wear the mask of the person you want to be. Because all the world's a stage, so make a good show. But I do want to emphasize that if you're one of those people that feel weird, like you feel like a freak, or feel like there's some part of you that you should be ashamed of, don't. Like I said, we all wear masks, which means by the very nature we're all secretly scared, we're all secretly too proud, that we're all secretly weird, we're all secretly freaks. We're all freaks here. I know I am. I've been weird since the day I was born, and I'm gonna be weird to the day I die. And I'm okay with that. In fact, I'm happy with that. I'm happy that I'm weird. It seems kind of like a weird thing to be happy about, but it makes me different. It makes me me. What you think might make you look like an outcast, make you look like a freak, is also what defines you from everyone else, and what makes you you. And you shouldn't run from that. You shouldn't hide from that. That's something you should embrace. Make that a part of your mask, and see what attention you get. That's the part of you you should show off. It's the part of you that's unique. Because the right people will be drawn to that. Take my word for it. It's how I've met some of my best friends. God bless them. I think that's all I have to say for the first episode of the MTCN Talks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. If not, well, then I'm sorry. Maybe I am completely full of shit. So, until next time, take care. Put on a happy show.